Donald Trump lies a whole lot. He wrote an op-ed for USA Today that had two parts. In the first part, he dealt with Medicare for All, an attack on the legislation that I've introduced. In that one section alone, he makes 19 separate lies. 19 lies in half an op-ed. That's quite a feat, but let me just deal with some of the lies. Trump starts off by saying that the Medicare for All bill that I introduced would take away benefits from seniors who are paid into the program for their entire lives. Take away benefits. That's a big lie, because what our program is very clear about. We expand benefits. We provide what Medicare currently does not do. It adds coverage for dental, expands coverage for vision, for eyeglasses, and it expands coverage for audiology and hearing aids. It lowers the cost of prescription drugs, and it limits out-of-pocket expenses. Secondly, he says that we are dishonest when we name our program Medicare for All. Truth is, there is nothing dishonest about it. Right now, as everybody knows, we have a very strong public health program called Medicare, which covers people 65 years of age or older. Our program, in fact, covers Medicare for all. Phases in a 4-year period. At the end of the 4 years, every man, woman, and child in this country would have Medicare health insurance. Trump says that the bill costs an astonishing $32.6 trillion during its first 10 years. Well, that is one estimate of what it costs. Other estimates are in fact lower. But what he forgets to tell you, that even with that $32 trillion, that is less than would be spent on healthcare as a nation if we maintain the status quo. Under Medicare for All, almost everybody agrees that healthcare spending would go down in America. Trump says that he has promised to protect coverage for patients with pre-existing conditions. Well, that's kind of funny. The one legislation right now that protects people from insurance companies denying them coverage because of pre-existing conditions is the Affordable Care Act. And Trump and his friends work day and night trying to end the Affordable Care Act. Trump says, I also made a solemn promise to our great seniors to protect Medicare. That is why I'm fighting so hard against the Democrats' plan that would eviscerate Medicare. Really? Oh my goodness. Well, I thought that it was Trump's budget that would have cut Medicare by $500 billion over a 10-year period, on top of cutting Medicaid by $8 trillion over a 10-year period. Trump in his op-ed says, quote, we are now seeing health insurance premiums coming down. End of quote. Well, in some parts of the country, that's true. But the reason they're coming down is they went way up because of Trump's effort to sabotage the Affordable Care Act. On and on it goes. So what you have is a president who is smart enough to understand that the American people are sick and tired of our current dysfunctional healthcare system, which costs us twice as much per person as any other country, and yet continues to allow 30 million people to have no health insurance, and even more underinsured with high copayments and high deductibles, and charges us the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs. So what Trump is doing now is lying to seniors who say that this Medicare for All is going to hurt you. I understand the insurance companies don't like Medicare for All, obviously. The drug companies don't like Medicare for All, obviously. And Trump doesn't like Medicare for All, obviously. But you know what? Last poll that I saw, 70% of the American people thought that the time is long overdue for us to guarantee healthcare as a right to all people, not a privilege. Thank you.